What's up, guys? Mickle here. And earlier today, I was in a Twitter space with both Attorney Fred and Attorney Bill, and I was able to ask him a bunch of questions revolving around a settlement in this current case. Guys, in this video, I want to break down and let you guys know everything they had to say about why this case would settle, when it would settle, and most importantly, whether or not the Hinman emails are going to be a critical factor in determining how this case ends. Guys, I also want to talk about some very exciting developments around XRP and Swift. It's starting to look very likely that XRP is going to become a critical tool to help settle Swift payments, and Swift transacts with almost $5 trillion daily. Guys, make sure to stick around for that. It's something you are not going to want to miss. Like always, guys, your support means so much to this channel. If you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below and turn on bell notifications. These three simple things go such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my link for Uphold down in the description below. With that said though, guys, let's jump right into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, real quick, moomoo has an insane holiday promotion going on right now. You could win up to 15 free stocks and a chance to win up to $60,000 if you sign up with moomoo using the link in the description of this video. Guys, I think you're kind of crazy not to at least try here. This is a lot of money. So guys, make sure to check that out. Moomoo's a regulated exchange. It's a great place to buy and sell stocks. Do not miss out on your opportunity to get some free money. So guys, let's start this video off and cover some very exciting news around Swift and XRP, because guys, the more we look into it, the more it looks like XRP is going to be a critical solution to solving a lot of the current issues in our financial system. Now, the back end of our financial system moves trillions of dollars daily, so XRP becoming a critical part of these payment flows would be massive for the price of XRP. So guys, let's start out with this, because when I first saw this news from T-Hole Bedick, I actually couldn't believe it. The Bank of London says bank needs to be ready for Clearinghouse 2.0 and embrace global networks such as Ripple and XRP. Swift THC EBA pilot is a further accelerant to what we call Clearinghouse 2.0 and shows what the banks can do to be more effective, but it's not the end game. Guys, take a look at this. This is directly from a document from the Bank of England, and right here they are telling you that the Clearinghouse 2.0 that they are working on right now to help move money more efficiently all around the world is going to need to interoperate with different solutions like Ripple and the cryptocurrency XRP. Now guys, this is one of the first times I have seen a major bank being this blunt and being this straightforward about using a cryptocurrency for international payments. We all knew that XRP was perfectly positioned to be this asset. We all knew that XRP is the most efficient way to move money all around the world, but it seemed like up until now, all the banks and all the large financial institutions had been very hesitant to actually say XRP. I think there's still a large stigma around cryptocurrencies in the current financial system. So I think up until now, a lot of people knew XRP was going to be a critical solution in our financial system, but weren't necessarily coming out and saying it. Well guys, what we have right here is the Bank of England directly saying that their solutions are going to require interoperability with XRP. And guys, this is just another thing we have seen directly pointing to the fact that XRP is going to be used by the largest financial institutions and payment networks. Guys, XRP is the fastest and most efficient way to move value all around the world, so it makes perfect sense that a Clearinghouse 2.0 would use XRP as the rails to move value and settle payments all around the world. Now take a look at this, because this fits into that same narrative. Swift is one of the largest international payment networks in the world. It actually is the largest international payment network in the world. Take a look at this. I want to read you Swift's post earlier today. And guys, when I read this to you, I just want you to think, what technology sounds like it fits perfectly into exactly what Swift is saying here? It actually sounds like Ripple literally wrote this post. CBDCs connecting digital islands, 5 things you need to know. We're helping to prepare for a central bank digital currency future. We recently ran a set of groundbreaking experiments that paved the way for use of CBDCs cross borders. Here are 5 things you need to know about this pioneering work. Well guys, when I hear digital islands, when I hear CBDCs being connected, the thing that I think about is Ripple and XRP. This is a narrative that Ripple has been pushing for a while now, and it seems like Swift is just getting on board with it. Guys, when it comes to technology to connect all these different CBDCs, there's only one that really comes to my mind, and that is XRP. There are other private solutions out there, and I'm going to explain to you guys in a minute why those solutions are much weaker. But guys, this right here sounds like it was directly written by Ripple, and I have a feeling that Swift has been working with Ripple behind the scenes to help use XRP to update their system. Guys, at the end of the day, if Swift is unable to innovate, they are going to become irrelevant. The best way for Swift to stay relevant in our financial system is to adopt new technologies to help make the Swift system run better. I don't think Swift really has any reason not to adopt XRP as a settlement option, because at the end of the day, Swift is a front-end solution. XRP is a back-end solution. So different financial systems could still plug into Swift and use XRP without even knowing it. And if you think that's just hopium, if you think that's never going to happen, well, take a look at this. Because in 2018, David Schwartz literally tweeted out, RippleNet perhaps. Just ignore that part, that was answering someone else. But one obvious pivot would be positioning XRP to settle Swift payments. Guys, this is not hopium. This is not just hoping something is going to happen and making it up. Right here, we have one of the chief architects of the XRP ledger and the CTO of Ripple directly telling us that an obvious choice for XRP usage in our new financial system would be settling Swift payments. Like I said earlier, this would be absolutely massive. Swift transacts in over $5 trillion daily, so if XRP was able to gain some of this market share, we would see the price of XRP explode. Now, the fact of the matter is, right now, XRP simply doesn't have enough liquidity to handle these level of transactions, but guys, it's gonna get geared up slowly, and the more XRP is able to stay on top as a dominant cryptocurrency to settle these payments, the closer we are gonna get to this becoming a reality. Now, guys, I wanna cover something quickly that comes up a lot when covering these different solutions for a back-end settlement option. A lot of the different options being pushed to central banks are private ledgers. What XRP is a public ledger. I see a lot of people in the XRP community get very concerned that one of these private ledgers is going to displace something like XRP. Guys, let me show you very quickly why XRP is such a better solution, and this is so important to understand. Now, first of all, this is pretty funny. I was going to show you guys a video I made a long time ago explaining the differences between a private ledger and a public ledger, but right here we have Frequency72 actually replying with a picture of a graphic I made for that video to the Swift tweet I showed you guys earlier. I thought this was pretty cool. It's so awesome to know that people really do value my videos and save stuff like this. It's awesome to know that it is having an impact on people out there. And I know this isn't some super technical answer right here, but what this does is it gives you an idea of the main things happening. So right here, we have a picture of a public ledger versus a private ledger. What you guys are going to notice is that in a private ledger, all the different people in the system all have to go back to one central point. So right here, we have a US bank and it's connecting to a Russian bank, Apple, Amazon, Alibaba, and something else random. Well, guys, the big issue right here is while payments between a US bank and Apple might be efficient, payments between a Russian bank and the US bank might be efficient, this solution does not give any way for a Russian bank to pay Apple or for Apple to pay Amazon. So therefore, a Russian bank would need to set up this same system, and Apple would need to set up this same system, and Amazon would need to set up this same system. And then suddenly you have a million different payment systems. It doesn't make sense and nothing actually gets solved. But what we have right here in a public ledger is the ability for all the different participants in the network to all interact with each other on a level playing field. The US can pay Apple with the same network that the US can pay Amazon, and Amazon can pay another company with the same network that it used to pay Apple. The system of a public ledger allows every single participant to all use the same exact network in the same exact way everyone else on the network is using it. This is absolutely critical and is really what makes a public blockchain so special. Public blockchains have their drawbacks as well, but when it comes to creating a global settlement network built directly into the internet, a public blockchain is really the only system that makes sense, and that is why I do not get concerned at all when people bring up private ledgers possibly displacing something like XRP. Because I want to finish this video off and talk about some Ripple SEC settlement talk. I wanted to spend some more time on this, but like always, I'm kind of running out of time at the end of the video, but that's okay, we'll fly through it. First of all, I want to summarize a tweet by Attorney Fred because he says that he does not think this case settles unless the SEC has to settle it. So what does the SEC having to settle it really mean? He says, 1, if the emails are going to go public, the SEC has to settle. 2, if the SEC experts are excluded, or 3 if the SEC loses at summary judgment. It looks like 1 is the earliest possibility for a settlement, which is late January / early February. So what this does is it really gives us an idea for when we can expect a lot of the big decisions for the SEC to come along. A lot of people have been speculating that this case could settle around December 5th because that's when the Hinman emails are going to be released to the public. Well, guys, unfortunately, it looks like the SEC is actually going to be able to redact a lot of stuff in this filing on December 5th, and the full emails won't actually become public until late January. This means that the SEC has a little more time before they really need to think about settling this case. Now, if the emails are really, really bad and they literally can't even get away with redacting them and making them public, obviously that would mean they would have to settle before December 5th. But guys, it sounds like to me a more likely scenario is that the SEC releases some very heavily redacted emails on December 5th and then is forced to release the full things at the end of January, and that's when we should really expect the SEC to be forced to settle this case. Now, the other two scenarios I think can kind of be wrapped into one, and that's if the SEC is losing so badly at the end of this case, the SEC could look to settle it right before summary judgment. Now, I do think that this could also be a scenario we see. Now, you might be wondering why Ripple would agree to this. If they're about to win the case, why would they settle? Well, Ripple could actually draft the settlement in a way where the SEC can't come after them later down the road, and that is absolutely huge because the last thing Ripple wants is to have to start this entire process all over again. So guys, I do think this would be possible. Also, I just don't see the SEC releasing the Hinman emails to the public. So in my opinion, the case would have to settle before that. But let's see what happens. This does clear up a lot of stuff. So the first date we should really be looking for this case to settle would be late January or early February, according to Attorney Fred. And it looks like Attorney Bill also agrees with him here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.